All right, it is Sunday, April 6th, the hardest day of the week. We'll see how we do. Starting with Akari. Very hard, this says. Ooh, not much to go on. Pretty rotational. Yeah, that looks to be the right thing. So, whoops, can fill in what we know. That's about it. So it could be a case you could just try one of the sets of three, see how it goes. But this is interesting, this bottom right. It's going to be one of those two things to grab this X. For down here as well, can go here, or if you go here, could start it here. Gonna have to get this square, so one of these two places. Could do the easier one, which would actually fill in a bunch. And then we'd be in trouble because there's some X's that aren't working. So we know that we don't put one here, what we put one here. And I guess in general, if one didn't go here, then we would fill all of these in like before, and we'd run into trouble, which means one has to go in the bottom. So one has to go here. And it can't, well, okay, so that was that. Could do a similar thing. If we put a lantern here in the top, then we know we got to fill these in, we got to fill these in, and these, and this. And that's actually looking possible. We got to go here, and we'd have to do these two, and then we can fill it all in. All right. That wasn't too bad. I guess with a set of threes, you just need to like test one of them. In this case, was able to test the ones that lead to pass the chain really quickly with the other threes. In that case, that just happened to work, but we could have just kept going, marking off, improving on the threes. Cool. I guess maybe that went quickly because it was all threes. It was just going to chain together and then just fill in the gaps. Interesting. All right, strands. The feeling is mutual. What a mutual feeling, like an agreement. Agree. Mesh. Mesh. Vibe. Oh, wow. Gel. That's not long enough. Simpatico, but I don't see any S's. Click. Click. We click, we agree, we mesh, we vibe, we Get along. Okay, get along. And harmony. Harmonize. Two down here. Till. We get along. The C is interesting. We connect, connect, and then we relate. Nice. That was just kind of luck at the start. Those all just seem to fall into place. Get along. Okay. See if we can spot the spelling bee quick. See tithe, but that doesn't use the L. Line. Hotline? Is hotline considered a word? Kind of compound. Hotline. Haha! Be curious to look up if there's more pangrams, but that is good enough for me. Connections. Okay, trash, pizza, cable, remote, cool, water, hip, resistance, current, Spike Lee, dovetail, gas, reserved voltage, distance, charge. Okay, so there's a lot of electrical sort of physics terms like current, voltage, charge, and resistance. Wow, that's a blue. Okay. Cool, hip. I don't know. There's utilities like water, gas, trash, and cable. Wow. Okay, the easiest and the hardest sitting here. Distant, remote. Spike Lee. No. Distant, remote, and reserved, and cool, as in like, yeah. Okay, and Spike Lee. What are you doing, Spike? Hip, dovetail, and pizza. Dovetail, pizza. I don't know. What are we doing? It's a Spike Lee joint, pizza joint, hip joint, and dovetail joint. That's great. Oh, that's funny. Spike Lee joint. That's awesome. All right. Sunday mini. Nibble is a food, is maybe a quick sip. Loud chewing or talking during a movie. Ooh, I feel like that could be taboo. Go me. I rule? Or like a kid doodling in class, maybe. Popular Disney Plus show about a family of Australian cattle dogs. Don't know. Fill in as a puzzle. Solve. A peeve. Uh, 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 uh. Ammo for a Red Ryder rifle. BBs, probably. Oh, Bluey? Bluey. Okay. Oh, cattle dogs, and that's on Disney Plus. Got it. Part of a Easter egg kit is die. Like a kid doodling in class. Bored. And solos. C. Okay. Bluey! There you go. I rule and peeve. Peeve, yeah. Okay. It's kind of the tough one there. But yes, that's right. They're Australian cattle dogs. They're what is those? What are they called? They're not terriers, are they? Bluey dog. I thought he's a terrier. It was a healer. Healer. That's right. She's a healer. And bingo. That's good stuff. Okay. Crossword for Puzzmo. Wild cards. That's a fun little joker there. Something pool where starfish, mussels, and urchins might live. Oh gosh. Tide pools, but touch pool, like in a zoo, maybe? Shame on you, like tisk tisk. Whoops. Tisk. Okay. One in a dark suit. Spade. Beer such as Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze, probably an IPA. Ah, Tides Pool, Tiding Pool? I don't know. Karma Police, Radiohead song with the lyric, "This is what you'll get when you mess with us." All right, low in fat, lean. Tidal pools. All right, let in, admit. Unenlightened period of time. A dark age. It's dropped at the club. A beat. Cooking style that liquid smoke can help emulate BBQ. Or you can go low and slow. Word after sleeping or shopping. Shopping bag, sleeping bag. River whose name means clear water in French. Oh, Claire. Hive member who's fed only royal jelly. The queen bee. We got the N here. Crustacean whose leg span can exceed 5 feet. Wow, a king crab. We got the card and then something. And then wild, like animals. That could be cool. U.S. mailing address number that can be as high as 99950. Zip code. That would be Ketchikan, Alaska. Don't go all the way to nines. That's interesting. Grew up in California. That's all the nines there. I remember watching a CGP Grey video about that. So all nines are kind of the rest. Middle of the bell curve. Average. Yeah, average. Festive event on United American Muslim Day. Don't know. Zaps is the microwave. Leaves off the guest list, say. Snubs, maybe? Ives or country home. That could be Peru and snubs and festive. Ivan or Para, I don't know. Laundry day units, loads, and something city. Kansas namesake of the idiom get out of Dodge, Dodge City. Ah, and a parade. Okay, and Ivan. Okay, global maybe? Geography, classroom, spinner, globes. DNA, RPG with barbarians, monks, and paladins, probably D&D. Suffix with lemon, lemonade, limeade. Have some beef. Eat. Suffix post on a ship. No, important post on a ship. The mast? Question mark? Yeah. It's not a roll, but yeah. Rides the waves is surfs, probably. Lead into a punchline. Setup. Pancake syrup source. Sap. Biopic about a Mexican artist. Not sure. Plushy amenities in Lux hotel rooms. Plushy amenities. Computer port letters USB. Aching from a long shift. Sore. Oh, robes. And O again. End of a professor's EDU. We already did O. Right. Frida and rabbit. Hopping animal that can symbolize fertility and abundance. That's a queen. Oh, jackrabbit. There it is. Are you going to finish that thought? Eggs that can garnish scrambled eggs. Roe. Baby fox. Is that a kit? Acquire the film rights to. Like meat whose juices have had time to reabsorb. Rested? And that's probably kit. Factions. Sex. Oh, and. Acquire the film rights to. Major, probably. Option, yes, okay. And agape. And the universe is his age. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Wild cards as in, so wild animals, and then let's start with a card, face card. The amazing world of the bizarre invasive king crab. Gruesome and delicious creatures. Seafood kick, yeah. The idea started as animals with noble names. Emperor penguin. Yeah, nice. In some puzzles, the order in which the theme puzzle is presented matters. In my opinion, queen bee has to be in the middle here, but either jack, queen, king, or king, queen, jack would have been fine as progression from top to bottom. I agree, that is a nice touch if you can pull it off. So here we're going in increased face card value. Jack, queen, king. That definitely is nice. Awesome. Okay, and the biggin, course correction. Sunday. All right. Can already see some interesting circle stuff going on. All right, give it a shot. At bay, say. Could be at sea or at sea. What cuteness tends to evoke? An awe, maybe? I'm going to use pencil for this. Aw. At sea, maybe? That's all she wrote, yeah? Oh, what's the point? Good question. We're getting into already the craziness. Intense cycling sessions, or what you must do to complete the answers to this puzzle's starred clues. Intense cycling sessions. Well, we probably got a turn, or we got to turn these, and then it probably is a full thing. This alternative, this might go all the way through. This 5 down. Okay. Genre of the 2024 film Bob Marley One Love. I feel like that's a music, some sort of documentary. I don't know. Madison Avenue exec. An ad man, maybe? Ad man? Ophthalmologist. Is ophthalmologist eyes? Look alike. Look like. Look like. Could be Oz with it S, so that could still be ad man. Seam. Is it seam? No, seam. I care, maybe? Light, short-sleeved, collared garment. Could be be like Capri or something. Something Explorer, classic web browser. Uh, Web Explorer? Or thought it was an N. Is it Net Explorer? I don't remember. Uses one's employee badge to enter. Scanned? Part of the funnies page. So that's probably comic p panel maybe. So I panel. No, set off as an alarm. That could be trip. So comic strip. So the S, and then descendants. So this might be psi. That seems better. Scions. So that's, we rotate it in a comic strip. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. We get trapped in these going up and down with the keyboard. Iowa College Town. Ugh, I think I've seen that before. It's like Amos or something. Ames. Messrs. That's a spa. And a por favor. I think it's Ames floor. Could be retrovirus molecules, probably RNA. Like some mindless entertainment. What was else this? Oh, what's the point? Why do I bother? Alternative is other, so other, and that is OIB, so that's bio, so biopic, so scans in. I thought it was Net Explorer, maybe. Attorney sponsor since 1939. Not sure what that means. Okay, why do I bother? So this case, they're rotating in different directions. But, so intense cycling sessions. It could be like pelotons, or what you must do to complete the answers to this puzzle. Turn, could turn them. Let's see if we can fill some things in here. Invites to a movie, say. RSVP. And then that could be Peloton or something. Grandiloquent. Grandiloquent. Like epic? I'm not sure. Types, kinds, or traffic marker. Could be a light. Preschool basics. Okay, so this could be a light. Words of remembrance. He was or has Hatton. ABCs. HB doesn't feel good. Words of remembrance. It's an affront. trial program. Could be a beta. It's betas, but that's plural. Start turn often. An account. Cousin of kinda, probably sorta. AC capacity. Like air conditioning capacity? Chromite and hematite. Something ends in an S there. Word before milk or over. Could be skim milk, skim over. Okay. Wayne's World and MacGruber. Or MacGruber, so SNL skit originally. Texter's qualification, in my opinion, maybe. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame architect. I am pay, gonna guess, but bestow is a quality. Impart, that could be good. I say I am pay here. Intense cycling sessions. No. Could be bicycle. We already kind of have bicycling in there. Bit of curling equipment. A stone. Chromite ores. Could be crosses here. Account. Star turn often. Beach bird. I feel like a wren, but an egret or a tern. Shade of green. Could be neon green. You might walk on this at night. Tiptoe. So, tiptoe. Shade of green. Peter Jackson and the Olympians, I think. Brown beer. That's ale. Nile green. Chinese two-stringed fiddle. Brown beer. Could be Rodney. Rostrum. Moved like a crab. Scuttle or sideways or trial program. Account. Well, could try filling in the craziness. Voids. Number with 18 zeros. Premier League. I think that's a lion. So then that'd be something like billion or gazillion or 18 zeros. Could be one something. 1 TRILL trillion. So what does a billion or a million has 6. No, it's bigger than that. A billion has 9. A trillion has 12. Quadrillion would have 15. And a quintillion would have 18. Quin, and then tillion or lit, Chinese fruits with leathery rinds. Till or lit, word before rain or wash. Quotas. Built like the Hulk. Buff or something. Ate healthy or well, or I don't know, cashmere. Estes. Distance over time. Speed. Incorporate before shaping and baking. Incorporate before shaking and baking. Shaping and baking. Mixing or something like that. Tax advantaged savings plan. Canine teeth are incisors, I think. Incisor. That would be 1. Oh, that's not 3. That's 6. Pita dip and tahini. Don't know. Satisfied. Is to. Poet. Ted, Tom. Don't know. Intense parts of games. O teams, overtime. Satisfied. I say. Binding agent in baking. Binding agent. Egg. Young fellow, a lad, maybe? Like restaurants in a famed dining. Would want that to be 5 stars. Like restaurants in a famed dining guide. Traded or impart. Yeah, feels good. I say my word. Like restaurants in a famed dining guide. So it's probably the Michelin star guide. Michelin guide. Young fellow. Ted. Gatrated. Big attrats. More? Massage or marinate or I feel like that's Net Explorer. Use one's employee badge to enter. Don't know. 4-letter of Audi, maybe? But it was one time. Hun or Bay, maybe. Sob. Ants, okay. Ringing endorsements. Wall support. A fish something. Intestine. Internal. Gal Gadot. Lotsa. Pointy parts of a Batman costume. Ears. Stereotypical squirrel's stash. Acorns. Something tiles. Kid's building toy. Cloying sentimentality. Garage sales. Magna tiles. Aces. Maples. Okay, this is good. Thanks. Please and thanks. Cloying sentimentality. Treacle. Just cut through the treacle. Sleaze. It's a dirt ball. Zagat rated. Ugh, it's not Michelin star. And Ted. Testing humors it is lad. Edgy. Okay. That feels great. Tuna taco, not fish taco. That's what ahi is. Wall support. Tripe. Interrot. Wall support. Postmortem. Order an autopsy. Tripe. Utter rot. Not sure about that. Wall support. Stub. Wall Street or ringing endorsements. IPOs and a step. Wall support. Utter rot. Okay. Voids. Something spaces. Something-y spaces. Empty spaces. Okay. Maybe fill some things in. They're just for openers. Bottles or something. Student transcript figures. GPAs. Whale. Sob. BTUs and URLs. Oh, okay. Clever. Part of one's history. Break before college. Gap year. Astros, maybe? They're just for opening. Intros. And IPOs, but I'm not sure what that is. Utter rot. Tripe. Stup. Is stup a thing? Stup. It could be step or I like autopsy and ants and treacle, garage sales, acorns, and lotsa. Utter rot. It could be stoop. No wall. Wall support. Could be stop or step. Utter rot. Utter rot. Utter rot. I'm going to go with utter rot and step, but that feels weird. Sob tuna and IPOs. Because you ring, yeah. Yuck. Okay. Pieces of the heart. Atria. Something. Chisholm. First black woman elected to Congress. I'm not sure. Caddy's appointment. A tea time. One directive in preparing a turkey. Based. So Sounds of hesitation. Ers. Here's and away. Greedy person's choice. Choice. This would be camp shirt and greedy person's choice. Quote unquote choice. Oh, both. Here's and away. Tries. Here's, tries. That's a shirt, probably. A line, get straight, yeah. And surely. Tries is here's and away. Trees is here's and away. Tries, here's and away. I'm not sure about that. Camp shirt gets caught on. Snags. Tourney sponsor. Not sure what that means. Sounds in massage parlors. Oz. Like some mindless entertainment. Traffic marker. With a P. Oh, NCAA, I see that there. MSN Explorer? Camp shirt? Scans in? Okay. Is it Aimer? Floor. Like some mindless entertainment. Brosh, brash. Amazon handmade competitor. Etsy. First responders, EMTs. MRI or no? TV star in the WWE Hall of Fame. Mr. T. Member of La Familia. Don't know, a tin, something. Be up on the latest news. TIA, so stay and spy adware detection program. Spynet, is that a thing? One's suddenly canceling plans. Stay. Stay, it could be TIA and stay. Spynet. Are those both Abes? Abe Lincoln, Abe Ford? One suddenly canceling plans. Could be a sticky situation, but stems. So I hear or something. Apathetic. Stay something. So this is Tillian, or so this could be till or lit. Chinese fruits with leathery rinds. Could be ascending or itty bitty. Like 1, 2, 3. Easy. Eight, eight, right? Word before rain or wash. Pre-wash or something rain. Acid rain, acid wash. Kyle's little brother on South Park. Is it Ike? Oh, is it lychees? Quintillion, tilch, or lich. Itsy bitty, no. Liches or tilches. Card. Could be asks out. Is it star crosses? Bit of casino equipment. Could be a rake, like you rake in the floor. A story. Trashy. Oops. Traffic marker. Pylon. It's an affront. A slap. Trial program. Pilot. So this is probably wrong. Pilot. Spin glasses. There it is. Spin glasses. And an obit. Yeah, that's tough. I always get that. Account. A tail. Star turn. This is solo. Yeah. Okay. Grandilophone. It is probably epic. Epic. Types. Work hard is toil. Ilks. Throws. Hucks. Moved like a crab. Saddled. Nickname that drops nay. Siddled? Saddled? And a brown beer that maybe starts with D. Or what other kind of ales could there be? Spynet, yeah. Like some stems and situations. Thorny, Spybot, or Spy. Thorny, thorny stems and thorny situations, and Spy Bot. Lincoln or Ford is a car, okay. One's suddenly canceling plans. Bailers. Stay current. Sanskrit. Wow. Litchis? Might have to look that up. Legend has it. Lore. Blase and Burley. Brown beer. Roast. Rostrum. Tax advantage savings plan. Kneading. That felt good. Oh, knead in. Brown beer. Gave support. Could be aided. Hardcore features informally. Abs. Historic Vegas casino where the Rat Pack performed. Recap. Oh, recap. And that the could actually be brief there. Those are PDFs. Oh, the Sands. Tax advantage. Roth IRA. So brief something. Toy with one's food. Hapro. So this is brief somethings which were recap. Brief intro or find amusing. Satisfied. Met. Find amusing. Smile at. So like any Enneads or something. Toy with one's food. Could be add and then Etna or something. Nursery rhyme that's said twice in a row. Little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Mary. Turn to ash, perhaps. Like some humor. Dry. Affliction treated with hot compress. Could be a sty, but turned to ash. Blew it away. This feels like a mess. Happy. So Happy Meal. And you got that wrong. It's not Peter Jackson of the Olympians. It's Happy Meal. Chiromancers read them. Bring into play. Chickpeas and tahini. Hummus. Brief summary. There it is. Perry Jackson and oh no, Percy Jackson. Cuspids. Bring into play. Use or who maybe. Chiromancers read them. Palm. There it is. That's why that was it. And blew and away. Blew and away. And turn to ash with a Y in the center is interesting. And blew and away is it pie? Probably have something else wrong. Turn to ash. Is that saddled? Saddled. Saddled. No. Scuttled or what is that? Dark ale. Oh, the dais. Sydney. Siddled. Siddled. To move sideways. Okay. And it's going to say I and turn to ash. This is all feels wrong, but rye. Yeah, we're wrong, but at base say is probably at sea, se, based, sub. Why do I bother? Feels great. So C. That's definitely. Whoops. Hold your horses. Biopic. Oh, come on. Why do I bother? Look like seem. So then that's all she wrote. I care camp shirt. What is a camp shirt? And what was that question about? Light short-sleeved collared garment is a camp shirt. A camp shirt. A loose, straight-cut, woven, short-sleeve front. Okay. Definitely a camp shirt. Okay, so definitely admin. And I care. I like scans in. Both. And atria feels good. This tries. Could look up Shirley Chisholm. Shirley Chisholm. Yep. Oh, right. Yes, yes, yes. Recognize her. Shirley. And we would baste and airs. Here's in a way as tries. Try. Oh, like here tries a trial. And a tea time. Trias. No, it's tea as in tea time for, yeah, for golf. Get straight would be a line. What else we got? One-time Volvo competitor. Whoop. It's end in sight, but somewhere. That is tuna taco, definitely. And I like acorns. Utter rot feels like a stretch. Utter rot. Utter rot refers to complete nonsense or foolishness, which is tripe. Okay. That's tough. And a stup. Stup? Really? Wall support? Stup. Define. A cliff or a steep slope in Swedish, or it can be an informal term for a stupid person. That doesn't feel good. Autopsy. That's definitely ants. Could be stoop. A wall support. It's a stup. It's not a stup. It's a... That feels like a problem. Could be stop, or stap, or step. Street up, or Wall Street up, wall support. Wall support. Stup is not a thing, so it can't be stup, but it's got to be utter rot, so it's stu or something. Utter rot. IPOs, ringing endorsements. I do's? That's actually a stud. Nearly, it says something different. I do's, ringing endorsement. Like ring in, okay. Just for openers. Intros. What else we got? That's definitely garage sales. Magnetiles. I want to see magnetiles. I haven't seen it. Magnetiles. Yeah, okay. Cool. Maples. Lots. I like sleaze. And edgy was good. And a lad, and that's Zaget rated, which is great. And an SNL skit, that's also good. An impart. Yep, skim. I'm gonna guess that this is IM pay. And the tiptoe at night is to Yes, you met my expectations. OTs, yes, bicuspids. Smile at, find amusing. And brief summary was good. Re, and that's hummus. Brief. Yeah, that definitely is Happy Meal. And they read the palms. This just all feels bad down here. Affliction are treated with hot compress. You could have a dry sense of humor, but blue in a way is lead. You could do lead or LEDs or Lido. Turn to ash, perhaps. That's probably the one that I don't know. Percy Jackson, yeah, that feels good in a dark ale. Dark ale. Percy Jackson. What is erhu? Erhu. An erhu. It's that two-string instrument. Erhu. Use, yes. Shade of green would be Nile green. Yeah, okay. And a turn. Sorta, kinda. Solo. Account is a tail. Spin classes, I like that. Oars. This is wrong. SNL kit spelled that wrong, so already in trouble. URLs, ORs, BTUs, SOB, GPAs, gap year, pylon, obit, pilot, slap and ABCs, Oz, trashy, snags, NCAA, MSN, por favor. It's definitely Ames. Part of the funnies page, the comic strip, com, and Scions. Yes, comic trip is set off as an alarm. Etsy, story. Yeah, you rake for roulette. Asks out. Hux. Sidled. Sid. Toil. EMTs. Stay current. Sanskrit. 8 right. Itty. Easy. Litchies. Lit. Cheese. It's a spelling of lychee. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Acid. Agra is a story in Indian city. So Agra, India. That's where the Taj Mahal is. Bailers. They bail on an event. Legend has it is lore. Blase. Burley. Quotas. Quintillion. Thorny. The dais. The lion. Need. In. Yeah, the sands. Estes Park. Speed. Aided. Yeah, and this I'm not getting. Smile at. Affliction treated with a hot compress. Could that be a sty? But that's like an eye thing, I guess. Turn to ash. So that's probably a sty, and that you have dry sense of humor. Turn to ash. Pie. Buy. Die. Fi. Lie. My. Nigh. Pie. I thought it was pie. Rye. Sigh. Tie. Why? Mm-mm. Blew in a way. Okay. Blew in a way. It's sad, but palms. Blew in a way. Find amusing. Turn to ash. What does it mean? Turn like you burn it. Um, that's definitely smile at. And sty is a compress, so. Oh. Blue humor. Lewd. Lewd. Ooh, it turned. Do that again. Yes. That's cool. Die as in ash. Why would that be turned to ash? Perhaps that you dye it. That ash, like you color it ash? Oops. I guess you just dye it gray. Ash gray. Dang. Had it all except lewd and a wry sense of humor. It's a chiromancer. English from watching The Simpsons when my mom wasn't looking. Before you can dinner, please note Mr. Aya's day job because it's relevant to a delightful layer of this puzzle's theme, and I fear some solvers will fail to notice. It's extra credit, you could say, not necessarily to solve the puzzle, but it boosts the grade I give this solve to an A+. He's a high school teacher. of English literature. Why would that be another layer to the theme that he does spin classes, that he does classes, okay, classes as, all right. There's a strong visual element, yeah. Biopic. Oh, you can turn them, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was pretty good. I was definitely on board with that. Tuna taco, yeah, it's not just a fish taco. Obit, yeah, is always tough. And Erhu, and there one is. And Shirley Krisham, yep, yep, yep. Treacle, yep, just cutting through the treacle, which actually, so in terms of, just talking about learning English from watching The Simpsons. There's a episode where they get a nanny, which is like Mary Poppins, and he says, um, in the middle of a song, just cutting through the treacle, Bart. So maybe that's a deep cut, but I'm not sure. Like many of my published puzzles, this one was initially submitted with turntables. Yeah, into a tedious and carefully gridded, of which I'm so very proud. Yep. I want to make sure there was valid entries left before and after the spins, so I took a lot of trial and error. Yep, in my initial submission, the words in the circles came with 2 clues. Yeah. Ginseng work, but had to scrap it at the last minute when I found that MUS was also an abbreviation for the class, for a class. Oh, whoa, wait, what class? MUS lit. Classes. Bio. Yep, yep, yep. It did. I did ignore that. Biology, science, literature. MUS is music and art and psychology. Yeah, 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 yeah. Classic Arab staple. During the summers I recall eating hummus sandwiches with my grandfather. I don't do that anymore. I'm an adult now, so instead I just smear it on literally everything. uh, nice, nice, nice. And I was caught in a corner. That one corner. It's lewd. That is the good crossword word. But die was totally getting me. As in ash is like I wanted to burn it down into ash, but we're just dyeing it ash gray. Main theme's very cool. Empty spaces, and that you can still get, uh, you can still have crosses on both ends. So you can see empty spaces, and autopsy can clue these letters. They actually are used in 2 clues. That's clever. Wow, 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 wow. This very good. The different face cards, Bluey. Got a Spike Lee joint, which is awesome. Get along, and we were able to do the sets of 3s. And Hotline. Was there another? Is there more than one pangram? If you look at the spelling bee, buddy. There is. There's 2. It's not just Hotline. It's something else. Okay, take a quick look. It could be hill, tune, sort of see length, but it's not all the way there. Hotline's right there, yeah. Like linoleum, no, but is loony considered a word here? Hey, loony. Like orient or hall, Thornville. Don't know. Okay, well, got one of them. The other will be left as an exercise for the reader.